Hello, beloveds. Hello. My name is Gola Sophia, and I thought I would hop in to share the dialogue that I have been having with the divine. So, as you know, there's a lot going on collectively, there's a lot going on energetically, there's a lot going on astrologically. So, we are all experiencing the equinox energies. So we have our equinox, March equinox alignment tomorrow, followed by the lunar eclipse in Libra on the 25th of March next week. And we also, after the Easter weekend, we will be experiencing solar eclipse on the 8th of April. So the divine has been saying to me that all of these events are connected. Okay. So all of these events are connected, and there is a rite of passage that we as humanity are collectively going through that is midwifed by these events, by the equinox energies, the equinox cycle, by the eclipse cycle. And for myself, I have been going through my own deep process, my own deep healing, and working a lot with my own adrenal system, with my kidney system, with my nervous system. And the theme that is coming up for the collective and for myself this equinox and this eclipse season is the theme around freedom. Okay, freedom. And I feel very much that the adrenal and kidney system is connected to freedom because in humanity, we want to do a lot and we are always chasing time. We're always chasing time. We're always chasing ourselves, chasing our goals, our dreams, and our desires. And this battle of time and not having enough time, not having enough energy to create, to manifest, to hold ourselves. And really to support who we are at a soul level to create. So our adrenals and our kidney hold our chi. So from the moment of conception until now, they govern this chi and this life force. And when they are healthy, we are healthy because this chi, this life force, it floods our system and it gives us the power, it gives us the fuel, the courage to create. And I align power with freedom. And so going through my own adrenal system, what I discovered, and for me, I'm always a placeholder for my clients, for the collective. So I find that when the divine has guided me to really slow down around healing a certain organ in my body, supporting a certain organ in my body, and the organ in my body that was calling to my attention was my adrenal system. To really focus on my adrenal system to prepare me for what is coming up in my life. And I really had to slow down around the stories that I have been processing through my body, through my adrenals, that are creating limitations and that are slowing the amount of energy, life force that is being emitted, that is being released into my body. So for many of us collectively, we hold the stories of humanity, the collective stories of humanity in our nervous system, in our adrenals, in our kidneys. We hold the historical stories of our ancestors around fear, around what we've been through, around the wars and the challenges and the pandemics that we have experienced in our lives. And this fear, it sits in the adrenals, it sits in the kidneys, it sits in the limbic brain and in the nervous system. And what it does is that it creates a filter through which we perceive ourselves. So the limitations of our ancestors, the fear of the collective consciousness, our own personal fears, create a filter, right? Through which we perceive ourselves and what we're capable of and what we can do for ourselves, where we can go, our freedom, okay? And the way that we can imprison or enslave ourselves, imprison ourselves through this false perception of ourselves that is fed by these ancestral and collective stories that is sitting within the kidneys, within our nervous system. It is also influencing what we are capable of magnetizing towards ourselves. Okay. So it's not just the filter of how we perceive ourselves, but also the filter of how we magnetize what we are attracting towards ourselves. And the filter through which we perceive our realities. So we could still be perceiving our realities through the stressors, through the traumas, and through the contractions of the collective, of our ancestors, and the very fears that we hold within our kidneys, our adrenals, and our nervous system. So it is important, these astrological alignments are illuminating our bodies because our bodies need to hold our embodiment. So there's been a lot of focus on, there has been a lot more focus on healing at the level of the soul, healing at the level of the emotions. But what ultimately needs to heal is the body, because it's the body. The body is the final destination for our embodiment. And we cannot embody the true principles of creation, the true principles of our eternal self, if we're still addicted to the drama, the stories. And so for many of us, we are addicted to the stories. We are addicted to the drama. We hold on. Our bodies are like vessels. It's like a pot. And in that pot, you choose what it is that you carry. We all have either a cross to bear or a pot that we walk around with. We are in the age of Aquarius, and we always see this woman that is carrying this pot. And it's really about what burdens are you carrying? So we're stepping into the Easter cycle where Christ was crucified on the cross. So we may misinterpret these stories that we hold in our nervous system as our own personal burdens that we are carrying to the cross, and we continue to crucify ourselves through our own inner perception, the way we perceive ourselves, we project, okay? It is projected through our light bodies. It's projected into our nervous system, our kidneys, our adrenals, our limbic brain. They're all working together. And we are re-enslaved through our own projection of ourself. So as we carry that cross, as we carry this pot, what do we continue to carry around, cycle after cycle. Okay. So we have the lunar eclipse and the solar, with the feminine and the masculine frequencies, where our feminine identity is being initiated, our emotions, and our solar identity, which is our masculine, which is our life force, our chi, and the freedom and the speed of where we can travel in our own universe, in this universe, to create, to take up our own space, to take up our own power in this world. And if we are lugging about these stories, it will definitely create limitations around where we can anchor ourselves, hold ourselves, take up our space, the speed at which we travel. Okay. You can only travel through the speed of light when you let go of the burdens that you are carrying. You surrender them. And so when we look at the Easter cycle, when we look at Lord Yeshua, the Ascended Master Yeshua, that was, hung on the cross, he died on that cross. But when he died, the things that died were the things that he was the weight. So death is the opportunity for transcendence, to transcend our limitations, to forgive the stories of the past, to process them and to let them go and to release them, so that we can access the infinite self, which is what happened when he was resuscitated, when he was reborn 3 days after darkness, after his death. He was resurrecting. By letting go of those burdens, he resurrected his true identity. And through resurrecting the truth of who he really is as an avatar, he was able to resurrect the gifts, the blessings. That egg is that fertility. That's the energy of fertility, of creativity, of the feminine, the pregnancy. The womb, the 3 days of darkness, is that dark void of the mother as we sit in the womb. In this death cycle, but also coming the rebirth cycle. So we have endured since the beginning of the dragon cycle, which was early February, through March and through April. So there's this 90-day cycle of initiation that is taking place within humanity. And when we come out of this intense 90-day cycle, your reality, the way that you perceive yourself, the way that you magnetize experiences towards yourselves, the way you perceive your reality, the way you manifest, the way you express yourself, can be completely and utterly different when you honor these sacred rites of passage. When we meet these sacred initiations, consciously meet ourselves, because it is us and our God nature that has created these systems for our own empowerment, these initiations, these cycles. This is what I call birthing cycle. We are being birthed. And being birthed, we're working with the mother energy, the frequencies of the divine mother. And the divine mother is saying that we have to have full trust that she can carry us through these cycles. So just as a baby has to have full trust of the mother when they're in the womb of the mother, we have to remember that we are still gestating within that womb space, and to have full trust in her capacity to birth us. Just as Yeshua entrusted the women in his lives, Maria Magdalena and his divine mother Mary, to hold sacred space. We have to trust, we have to have full trust and full surrender in the mother to carry us to term. We have to have full trust that that cervix will open. And as we descend and we fall, as gravity pulls us out of that womb space, we have to have full trust that we are being supported, that we are being held. So, beloveds, if you would like to explore your own personal stories that are creating limitations that are held within the body, especially within the kidneys, the nervous system, the adrenals, please get in touch with me. I've put some details in the link below around how we can work together through these cycles, through the equinox cycle, through, the lunar eclipse cycle and the solar eclipse cycle. So, beloveds, I look forward to hearing from you. Much love and many blessings.